What is up? Welcome to Outside the Top 25. It's week 10, and we got a lot of fucking good outside the top 25 teams to talk about because apparently, if you're inside the top 25 in the AP, that really doesn't mean fucking shit for the College Football Playoff Committee.
Especially if you're a G5 team.
Especially.
Yeah.
Especially. You bottom tier losers.
So we're recording this on a Wednesday. It's going to drop Thursday morning. College football rankings dropped Tuesday night, and there seemed to be a common theme.
Fuck the G5?
Fuck the G5.
It doesn't even matter if, say, you're a G5 team joining a P5 conference?
Apparently not.
No.
Because you know what the Big 12 is going to be?
A G5.
In 2023?
A G6 team?
A G6 team. Power 4, baby. Power 4.
It's gonna fucking happen.
You know, it's fucking hard to just beat this drum since 2017.
When
after a while,
switch for you guys, I did not agree to have you attack me and my alma mater. I am very, very sad about this.
What? We have the same alma mater. What are you talking
Then
about?
how are you not more depressed about this?
Because I've been saying this and I've been screaming about this for, 4 or 5 years now.
Why would I be depressed? Mizzou's P5.
At a certain point, you just get so beaten down by the system that you just give up.
So my favorite thing that Dan says, so we just did the baseball show right before this, and my favorite baseball team, and tied with both Mizzou teams for my favorite team. It's like picking your kids, which one you like more. They just won the championship, right? Dan says the most hilarious and depressing thing, and that is, I don't even know why college football is my favorite sport because my team is literally not allowed to win the championship.
All the time. I say that every single fucking time. It's my favorite sport in the world. And I guess I'm a masochist because I just like being told no. I like pain. I like Mississippi State being ranked for no fucking reason.
No reason.
It's the formula, right? 2017, a 3-loss Mississippi State was ahead of an undefeated UCF, and I remember they barely squeaked out a win against UMass, and then all the fucking Mississippi State fans came and chirped at me, and I got into it. Like I don't think I'm welcomed in Starkville. So I will continue to fucking beat down on Mississippi State fans.
You don't want to. Getting kicked out of Starkville is like someone telling you you're not allowed to go to like a Vietnamese prison. Like what? Like great. I wasn't gonna go anyway. It's fine.
But it's the same arguments as you don't play nobody.
I ain't play nobody, pal.
I ain't play nobody, pal. You guys don't know what it's like. It just means more in the SEC, okay?
I'll tell you what, man. I guess so. Mississippi State had like a good year or two with Dak Prescott and Dan Mullen or whatever, but they are certainly a top tier valor stealer.
Yeah.
In the SEC.
Yeah.
They're not quite the level of like Tennessee, Ole Miss, Arkansas valor stealing.
Listen, when you're ranked and you have 3 losses, 2 of which are to fucking Memphis.
They lost to Memphis. They lost to a team you butt fucked.
A team, like, by the way, my Knights are not very good.
Yeah.
And with a freshman quarterback, we rolled Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't lose to Memphis. Our Roadrunners, the UTSA,
Trash.
number 16 in the AP, beat Memphis. You know who's not ranked this week? Undefeated UTSA.
So
who they kept calling USTA.
Right, and I think that's because everyone on the College Football Playoff Committee makes like mid 6 figures to 7 figures. So they all play tennis a lot, and so they all got USTA confused with
that's it.
Yeah.
No, it's just kind of like boilerplate disrespect to the G5 that like I've already seen so many times. Like they kept referring to us in 2017 and 2018 as UFC.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, well, it's just like the lowest insult you can make is to just say our name wrong.
Yeah. I hope they somehow like say Cincinnati's name wrong. Like the Cincinnati Cat Bears. Or
I'm sure they will at some point. But it's just so transparent how little they care about what the public thinks.
Now, who's on the playoff committee?
Gary Barta is the current AD of the University of Iowa. And you know who's ranked and shouldn't be ranked?
Fucking Iowa?
Iowa.
Yeah.
He was talking about how Cincinnati only had 1 top 10 win and that they needed to see more. You know who Ohio State's beaten? You know who Alabama's beaten? Not. They have 0 top 10 wins.
Right.
But Alabama, I get, right? Sure. Rank Alabama 2. I would have personally put Alabama 4.
They deserve to be in the top 4, though.
They deserve to be top 4, and you get the benefit of the doubt when you're Nick Saban, when you're Alabama.
Right.
That makes sense to me.
Right. The other 2 that are in there are bananas. Well, one of them's bananas.
Are you saying Oregon?
Yeah.
Is it because Oregon? You're going to put Ohio State over Oregon? So all those arguments.
No, I put Cincinnati in over Oregon.
For sure.
But that's who I put in.
But there's people making the arguments, and I'm sure we're going to have plenty of Ohio State fans like in the chat tomorrow, kind of going to bat, but like they're better than Oregon, even though we lost to Oregon. They lost to Stanford. It's like, well, head-to-head needs to matter, right?
Right.
Wins and losses need to matter in some capacity. If not, why are we doing this?
They did rank Oklahoma correctly.
I guess, yeah, for now, right?
You're right.
But let's be real. Oklahoma runs the table. They go undefeated. Win the Big 12.
They're in.
They're in.
Because we don't think Michigan State, who's the other team, they're not going to run
Michigan
the table.
State is going to lose to Ohio State.
But also, though,
Ohio State's going to be in because they're going to beat Michigan State.
If Michigan State does run the table, then Ohio State's done.
Yeah.
So one of those teams will take care of the other.
Yep. But it's setting up perfectly. I can see it now. Georgia, Alabama, SEC championship, number 1 versus number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, Alabama lost the number 1 team in the country. Slide them down to 4.
Yeah.
Let's get a rematch, especially if it's close.
God.
Let's have back-to-back weeks of Alabama and Georgia.
Well, man, how much does Georgia need to overcome their sports curse this fall? Like, really, you got to take another 3-1 lead on the Dodgers, and then you have to play Alabama like 3 times or twice. Either way, twice in a row too. Like, what? Like, that's just a lot. That's a lot of hurdles to jump.
Also, all these rankings too. At least the college football rankings, they kind of like stroke each other off, and they do the math together to kind of make it make sense. So, like Mississippi State's ranked right now because they have 3 top 20 wins, but 3 top 20 in the college football playoff rankings.
Right.
You know who Cincinnati no longer will have ranked wins against?
SMU and Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not ranked.
That is by design.
Yeah.
That is by design.
Which Dan am I talking to here? You're just breaking down the system, showing.
2017, I believe an 11-win USF team, unranked,
Right.
going in against us to play us day after Thanksgiving. Oh, you remember that 49-42 classic? Mike Hughes returned a kickoff at the end of the game to win the game. It's on ABC. One of the most watched games, I believe, in college football history, like regular season.
Really?
Yeah, so like the whole argument that nobody watches these little schools or
Right.
like they're not going to get the same ratings. I understand the money aspect. Like we don't have the alumni base. We don't have necessarily the money coming in and funneling in.
I think you don't have the alumni base who gives a shit necessarily, but at this point, when was UCF founded? 1960?
It was like 64. Yeah,
64?
My dad's older than my school.
Yeah, but that's fine. But like, so I guess you don't have like the rich alumni. Like you don't have the 70-year-olds that are dropping in
let's
money.
not make this about my school because
Yeah.
my school is irrelevant this year.
Right.
This, at the end of the day, is Cincinnati. I know a lot of Cincinnati fans have been chirping me too. Like, why do you hate us so much? I'm like, I don't. Like, I'm just being realistic. This was always going to happen.
Yeah.
This is like, no matter how good your coach is, no matter how good your quarterback is, no matter how good your defense is, they're going to set it up so there's hurdles that you cannot overcome.
How does Cincinnati get in then? And I know this is outside the top 25, but for all intents and purposes, we're talking about a team on the outside right now.
You might as well be unranked.
Right.
So there is a way, and it's gonna. But they need a lot of teams to fucking fall. They need a lot of chaos.
Well, first off, they need Notre Dame to win
Yes.
everything.
Love how Notre Dame is now 10, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it was a top 10 win, but barely, right? It's
Yeah.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame hasn't really had that good of a season. Their only loss is Cincinnati.
Right.
Beat
That-
USC,
it's
North
one
Carolina.
loss team.
They're not very good this year, though.
Yeah.
But sure. So they're going to discount anything Notre Dame does. Cincinnati, obviously, they're going to beat SMU. They're going to beat Houston. But it's not going to matter because they're not ranked, and those wins are not going to matter, despite beating like a one-loss
Right, but so Michigan
team this deep in the season.
Either Michigan State and Ohio State are going to lose. That one of those teams has to lose.
Right.
And if Michigan State loses, they're probably out.
And I think Michigan State, hate to break it to you, Green, but like you guys aren't that good. Like,
No.
Michigan's not that good. You guys are having a wonderful season. Mel Tucker is going to parlay this into probably the LSU job,
Where he will fail.
where he will fail.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to see. I actually want him to stay. I think Sparty was
Sparty's
better off.
a fun school to have be good.
They are.
Like, I enjoy them.
And I don't know how involved the football and basketball teams were with like the Larry Nassar stuff. I don't think they were, but like
Izzo was getting investigated. I don't know what the D'Antonio situation was.
But Baylor just won the national championship in basketball.
Right. If anything, it helps to be awful.
I guess.
You get wins.
Karma is not a real thing in college sports.
No, not at all. No.
So yeah, the common theme though with this rankings, they left off UTSA, they left off Houston, they left off SMU. Louisiana's off. So is Coastal.
Yeah.
Later Coastal.
Well,
At least welcome to the outside the top 25 Coastal.
yeah.
And Louisiana.
Because now for the rest of the year, we'll be going off CFP rankings.
Yes.
And you had some issues with Minnesota being ranked as well. I disagree with that, though.
Oh, because they're leading the West in the Big Ten, and because they have 6 wins.
They're a
6-2.
division leader. 6-2 is a fine team to be ranked 20th.
I'm drawing a hard line in the sand, Rob. If you lose to Bowling Green at any point in the season, during any season, I don't care if Bowling Green's undefeated, you don't get to be ranked. That should be a bylaw in college sports. You lose the Bowling Green, you're out.
All right.
That's just hard and fast.
Look, if that's what you believe,
that's what I believe in.
That's what you believe.
So that's kind of our outside the top 25 breakdown of the college football playoff rankings. These at the end of the day, this conversation could be null and void. Like Cincinnati could end up in, right? Like a lot of shit can happen between now and the end of the season, and hopefully by some act of God they make it. But you know what? They could also stumble too.
They're not well. So Houston's looking a little dangerous. Mm-hmm. Houston's looking. And where is that game?
Dana's got a few.
Oh no, they wouldn't play till the championship.
It would
right?
be in Cincinnati because it would be the championship game.
The championship game is in Cincinnati.
It's whoever has the best record.
Oh, so there's no neutral site.
I don't believe so because every conference championship game we played in was at UCF.
Weird.
Yeah.
No
So
wonder,
you get a home field advantage.
Okay.
But obviously, Houston at that point, their only loss would be outside the conference to Tech.
Right, which is a bad loss.
It's a bad loss.
But it's also first game of the season. That matters too.
Forgivable, I guess.
Yeah.
Either way, dude, yeah. This is just the college football committee. This is a bunch of ADs and kind of boosters and shit from Power 5 conference teams. And
this is what you get for your school not being founded in 1902 or earlier.
Yeah, I think PFT tweeted this, but he's just like the committee essentially told all the G5 teams, stop being poor.
Yeah. Yes. Stop being poor.
Stop being poor.
It's solid advice.
It's a good life lesson.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you work, that's what all college football is, and maybe that's why I like it so much. You can connect it to life. And it's just like, no matter how hard you work, if you start at a certain point, no matter what you do, no matter what you accomplish, it'll never be good enough.
It's definitely closer to life than the NFL or something where, you do bad, but then you get draft picks. So it's
there is no reward for being like a
shitty.
Really elite G5 team.
No.
And soon to be G6 team.
Right. So if we want to put this on life, right now Cincinnati is the smartest kid in the trailer park.
Yes.
Yeah.
He ain't getting out. So, that kid in the trailer park, he's going to end up getting shot and paralyzed. It's all fun and games, Rob. It's all fun and games until you're vegetized.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. God damn, there's nothing better than you on a G5 rant. Truly, I enjoy it deeply.
At this point, it should be good, though, because I've kind of went through it, 5 or 6 years at this point.
Right. But now
I should have the talking points down.
The next and you'll get to go through this again, too, where you think you're going to be a Power 5 team, and then the Big 12 just gets relegated.
Yeah, that's what happened in the Big East.
Yeah.
That is what the American Athletic Conference was. It was the Big East.
Yep.
We moved there. Boise bailed. And then so did all the good teams in the Big East.
Yeah.
Louisville, gone. Miami, gone.
Yeah.
Boston College, whatever.
Yeah. And I assume with the Big 12, as soon as, say, Kansas can leave for the Big 10, and I know they're terrible at football, but, you know.
Pitt and Syracuse, gone. Yeah. Same thing happened.
Yeah. If Kansas can leave for the Big 10, they will. If the moment like the Pac-12 is like, all right, Tech, fine.
Iowa State will probably try to get in the Big Ten too with Kansas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then
That way that
Do you just
Iowa,
leave Oklahoma and Oklahoma State by themselves? Like what's
Oklahoma's going to the SEC.
Yeah, Oklahoma's the one that helped murder the big.
Yeah, Oklahoma and
12.
Texas are gone. So it'll be us, Cincinnati, BYU, Houston go to the Big 12 the same year. Texas,
so all
Oklahoma.
of my accomplishments as being a Big 12 finalist and a Big
Will mean
12
nothing.
Will mean nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just pissed on.
Yeah, within 10 years, people will be like, the Big 12, where did you go to school? Like Jacksonville State?
What is that rinky-dink
Yeah,
conference? What the fuck? Is that D2?
I'm sad now.
Yeah, you might as well tell people you like wrestled in like the Northern Sky Conference or something just random.
That's always the best thing, too, with my school, where they're like, UCF, what is that? Like some little fucking tiny-ass school in Central Florida. Like, nah, it's the biggest school in the country. Yeah.
Like, no, we're not small. We let in anybody.
Yeah. Literally no other school is bigger than us.
Yeah.
Arizona State, Ohio State, no, we're one.
ASU's close, right?
Yeah.
They got like 70 something. It's fucking bananas.
But, we're a commuter school, so
Yeah.
that's what we're always preferred to.
Nobody wants a
we have a really good big campus that was kind of designed after a Disney theme park.
Right. Well, I feel a little bad for the University of Cincinnati. So, I mean, you guys were founded in the 60s. So, you couldn't just join a conference right away. But the University of Cincinnati was founded
They've been around.
they're this in 1819.
Yeah.
And they just kind of got screwed.
Nippert is a really cool environment for a game, right?
Okay.
It's a cool stadium.
Yeah.
It's a cool environment. You can kind of make fun of our little high school stadium that doesn't have concrete foundation. So the metal bleachers, which, are always good in Florida during thunderstorm season. Mm-hmm. When you start to jump on those, the name Bounce House came from the structural integrity of the stadium kind of almost collapsing onto itself.
Sort of bend, don't break situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the reason for the nickname is because it always feels like the stadium's going to collapse on the players.
Love that. Mm-hmm. Some other news. Clay Helton got a new job.
Dude, shouts to Clay. Getting back on his feet real quick.
Yeah. Well, that's what you do. You get fired from your big job. You go to a smaller job.
Georgia Southern. Yeah. Honestly, like the hire.
Worst places to go.
Yeah. Don't think he's bringing the triple option with him. So a little revamp there with their offense.
You got to think so. Yeah, probably not doing that. Where is Georgia Southern?
So that'll be weird. It's kind of like when Collins took over at Georgia Tech, and you're like, oh no, Georgia Tech doesn't run the option anymore.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
That's sad.
Not far from Savannah, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but I mean, he's not far from a beach.
Yeah, that's fine. We have been of the opinion that Georgia State should be better than they are.
Way better than they are.
Because you should be able to
but
get
then
kids
again,
to Atlanta.
so should Texas State. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. You hear that, Sean? Sean's
he
gone.
left. He left.
Damn.
He scuttled out of here.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
that little man,
little hobbit.
PJ Fleck also got an extension for being ranked, I guess. Right. Unrightfully so. And kind of late on this, but Gary P. out at TCU. Patterson's out.
That's actually a kind of a crazy one.
He's only been there for like 20 years.
Yeah, that's an interesting, it's just not working anymore?
Over the last 4 or 5 years, too, there are a lot of tensions between him and the administration. Obviously, the players, too, because, there's some racial components and some things he's done in practice
I forgot
and
about
said.
that. Yeah.
Where it's just kind of made you do a double take, like, Gary, what?
What, Gary?
Don't give any fuel to Colin Kaepernick's claims.
Also, diminishing returns since they became a Power 5 team.
Yeah.
They had a great season early in the Big 12 where they maybe should have made the playoff. Or no, Baylor won the conference that year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they shouldn't have made the play. It should have been Baylor. But regardless, it was a great year.
Did TCU...
I think
wasn't
Baylor.
what was the year TCU went undefeated and played in the Fiesta Bowl?
That was the same year.
Was that the same year?
Yeah. It was like the first playoff year.
Did they make TCU play? Was this before the? I like my memory is getting kind of messed up right now because there's so many conference realignments. But I know TCU. I might have played Baylor before they were in the Big 12.
Yeah,
They might have still been Mountain West.
they played on and off, and he had a ton of success as a Mountain West, as a G5 school. He made the Rose Bowl and always made big bowls. Didn't they beat Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl one year, something like that?
2010 Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, but 2014 or 2015.
They lost to an undefeated Boise. That's what it was.
Okay, but no, in 2014 or 15, they Baylor, and this was before the Big 12 instituted their conference championship.
Right.
And so what happened was,
No, I know that, but
Yeah.
literally there was a kind of G5 national championship in 2010.
it
It was Boise who was in the WAC at the time, and TCU was in the Mountain West.
Yeah.
It was 12-0 Boise versus 12-0 TCU. Boise won 17-10. So that's kind of what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Either way, want to recap our picks from last week?
I would love to recap our picks from last week.
As you notice, I did not put it at the top of the run sheet.
Yeah, interesting how that works.
It's by design. You went 15-6, man. Congrats. You had a great week.
I'm back, baby.
You fired every bullet possible.
Yeah.
Every bullet you had in the chamber, in your pockets, whatever. You went all out. You went 15-6, paid off.
I mean, look, okay, I made 21 picks. You made 17 picks. I made 4 more picks than you.
Okay.
Calm down.
Well, I went 9-8. It's not great. Above 500. I'm sorry, guys. So on the season, I'm 87-70-3, so 55.4%. You're 84-74-3, 53.2%. So
Tight.
you were a game above 500 last week, and
Yeah.
now you are
10.
right back in the mix.
I'm ready to go. You can't kill me.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Hopefully this week. I think we're gonna rebound.
This the week. So I assume what you mean by that is you picked games that you thought you would be better at picking than me.
So no, actually, with these kind of weeks, there's a lot of there's not a whole lot of unranked games that are worth talking about. So I pick 15 a week, and I'm just all right, 15 best unranked games. I'm not doing it. I'm not going as deep as the college football playoff committee,
Right.
with their schemes.
Right.
I'm just picking the 15 best unranked games.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep it fair. I'm trying to keep it honest.
All right.
Above board. But yeah, where can they make these picks, Rob?
Well, there's this cool website that I like to use called mybookie.com. MyBookie.com is our favorite place to gamble. It's where we make all our picks. It's where Holloway and Ross make all their picks too. It's just where we like to gamble. It's where we do it. And look, without a proven betting platform, it may feel like the house always wins, but with MyBookie's double deposit bonus, you start with a leg up. Use the promo code DRINKINBROS to sign up now, claim your first deposit bonus with MyBookie, and use the extra funds to find your edge. This weekend, lay the points with Arizona as they continue streaking in San Francisco, and with 2 top 10 offenses in the Titans and Rams going toe-to-toe on Sunday night, you can easily and safely Hulk smash the over at MyBookie. Don't just take our word for it, though. Head to mybookie.com, sign up now, again, using the promo code DRINKINBROS, to get your money doubled and start winning today. Remember, good friends don't let friends win alone. So have your buddies use your referral link, which you can get when you sign up. Or if you already have an account, too, you can get it also. You don't need to sign up to get it. If you have an account, you can get a referral link at MyBookie. So it's not just for new customers. But when you send your referral link to a friend and they sign up, you receive an additional 250% bonus on their first deposit. So if Dan sent me a referral link and I deposited $100, Dan would get $250. Pretty good fucking deal. Plus, it's unlimited to redeem, so you can send it to as many people as you want. So join the party at mybookie.com. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. We also have to talk about GhostBed real quick, because that is our other advertiser, and they rule, and I like talking about them. They're the best mattress in the land. Dan sleeps on one every night.
Every night.
Every night. Him and his dog, sometimes his lady, just taking up that GhostBed. Yeah, they're the best mattresses in the world. There's one in the studio. Most of the office sleeps on a GhostBed. They're running 2 deals right now. They're both rad. I'll go in order of size of discount. So the first deal they're running, this is the bigger discount. It's a bundle deal. It's 40% off, and what you do is you start with a mattress and an adjustable base that has to be included in the bundle, and then you just add on from there sheets, pillows, other mattresses. Like, I'm moving into a new house in like 6 months, and I got to put at least one or two extra mattresses in there. So like, yeah, it's nice. It'd be, so, if you're doing if it's a situation like that where you need to like fill up a couple rooms with mattresses, this is a good deal for you probably. That's 40% off. Anything, it just has to start with the mattress and the adjustable base. You can add on anything from there. 40% off. You go to ghostbed.com/drinkingbros, build that bundle. You get 40% off. The other deal that you can get, it's 30% off. And again, you go to ghostbed.com/drinkingbros. Use the promo code drinkingbros, and anything you buy is 30% off. So this is a little more of an a la carte option if you just need a mattress and sheets or just a pillow. You just want to buy one pillow, or if you want to slap stuff together, but you don't need like a base, for example, like you already have a bed frame or something. Ghostbed.com/drinkingbros. Use the promo code drinkingbros. That'll get you 30% off. These mattresses are made in America. They have a 20-year warranty. You can try it 101 nights for free. If you don't like it, you can send it back. They do financing with the mattresses as well. So it's like $35 a month, 0 down, 0% financing. Don't need great credit to get it. Yeah, man. Ghostbed.com/drinkingbros. Best mattresses in the world. Highly recommend getting one. That's my spiel. Let's get into some picks.
Let's do it. First game. We got Thursday night. So when you're hearing this, tonight's game, Georgia State catching 12 at Louisiana. Now unranked Louisiana. Mm-hmm. Welcome. Over-under is 53.5.
Interesting.
Honestly, kind of a pretty entertaining game here for Thursday night from the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
I can get down with this game. Again, Georgia State should be better than they are.
It's a Fun Belt game. We all like the Fun Belt.
Louisiana, slowly actually turning around. Ever since that Texas loss, undefeated.
Well, ranked in the AP.
Ranked in the AP. Does the AP moving forward even kind of like adjust to like kind of cave to the college football playoff committee?
I think they at least subconsciously take that into
consideration.
Yeah, 100%.
Either way, I think Louisiana's rolling right now. And I think they probably are. I would put them as the favorites right now in the Sun Belt over Coastal. I know they're going to eventually have it's a little collision course that's coming. But I can see Georgia State covering here with the 12.
Okay.
So I'll be on Georgia State.
I like Louisiana to cover. Obviously, Auburn didn't cover against Georgia State. That was a weird early season game, but App State absolutely murdered Georgia State.
Early too.
Or less early. It was a month ago.
Right. Thursday night game though. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Louisiana is rolling though. Levi Lewis just fucking slinging the ball right now.
I mean, Louisiana
all over.
Louisiana has won their last 2 games by a combined 10 points. I just don't know how I feel about Georgia State. I like Louisiana to cover, and I like the over. In case you're wondering, I will be making a lot of picks again this week.
Oh, you're doing it again?
Because I'm here to bury you.
Fuck you. The over, 53.5.
And yeah, Louisiana and the over.
Okay.
I think the over is a really safe bet, actually.
Well, Georgia State typically can put up points, but we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Fucking see.
Do I have to counter you now?
Well, that's the
gamesmanship.
Yeah, it is.
But you could also have a terrible week and
right.
just dig yourself into a goddamn
But if I don't have a terrible week,
coal mine.
You're kind of fucked.
Or a little well.
I guess we'll find out.
You're just gonna be stuck in a little well.
Your gamble now is, can I do well 2 weeks in a row?
No.
Do that well too. Yeah, I know. That's
Not a chance.
And I knew you would think that regardless, and that's why I'm doing this again.
Okay.
There's no reason to play conservative. Like I said in the baseball show, Dusty Baker was insane for bringing in his fucking mediocre relievers as the Braves were dumping and like just stop the bleeding. Stop the fucking bleeding.
All right, next up we got Virginia Tech -3 at Boston College over under 47.
Okay.
What do you like here?
Man, this is a weird game. At Boston College, I got to look at these fucking how these teams have done lately. Virginia Tech and Boston College, I think both. No, Virginia Tech did well last week. I think I won their bet, but Boston College, they failed me big time last week.
Boston College is not very good.
Man, they're on a fucking...
They were one of our misses early in the season. Mm-hmm. We thought Boston College was going to kind of be in the mix for the ACC. Total swing and a miss. Same with TCU. TCU was probably by far my biggest disappointment of the season.
Boston College is especially disappointing because it's just a great offensive line, and it's weird to me. But they're on a 4-game losing streak. They're playing at home. If they're playing at Virginia Tech, I wouldn't even care. Yeah, Virginia Tech, weren't they dogs against Georgia Tech last week? Weirdly, they were dogs and they won by 9.
I don't understand. Like, there's been so many weird lines on Georgia Tech that I just keep fading them and winning, and I'm like, all right, then.
Yeah.
Vegas wants to keep making this mistake.
Really fucking bizarre. I'm picking Boston College. They can't lose 5 in a row. At home.
You're taking money line or +3?
Just give me the +3 for now. I don't know how I feel about a money line. But yeah, goddamn, they can't keep losing like that.
This over-under is interesting to me. I'm going to be on the under.
Yeah, so Virginia Tech has kind of danced back and forth between really high-scoring weeks and fairly low-scoring weeks.
Yep.
28-7 against Pitt. They would not have covered this over against Georgia Tech. But then against Syracuse of all people, the points just couldn't stop getting put on the board. And then the Notre Dame game was really high-scoring. They would have covered this over against West Virginia as well. I don't know how I feel about the over/under on that, but I definitely I'm just going to roll with BC.
Okay. Got another Friday night game. Utah -7.5 at Stanford. Over/under is 54. Two teams kind of seemingly going in different directions.
Yeah. See, this is there's always a curveball where it's not a curveball, obviously, but I would feel so much differently if this game was at Utah.
Stanford coming off 2 straight losses, one to Washington State, actually 3 straight losses: Arizona State, Washington State, and Washington, after beating Oregon,
right,
in overtime,
right.
So
and then they were looking interesting early in the year because they beat Oregon. Before that, they absolutely boat raced USC, and you're like, whoa, what is going?
Because Tanner McKee came in as their quarterback, he kind of changed things up. Stanford looked like they had a competent offense for once, which it's been a minute. At least since Christian McCaffrey. But yeah, this is 7.5. Utah's a different team on the road compared to being in Salt Lake. It's just a weird place to play.
Right.
Not really a home field advantage at Stanford at this point.
Only in so much as the visiting team has to sleep in a hotel. That's about it.
Right.
Right. That's man, both the over/under and the line are kind of weird to me. Again, this is especially the over/under. It's I don't know. It could really go either way. It's a very definite maybe because Stanford hit that over this year against USC, Vanderbilt, UCLA, Oregon. That was an OT game.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
When do we start ragging on David Shell for being a bad coach?
About now.
Because, he was always in the conversation oh, no, he's an NFL guy. He's going to eventually make the jump. He's going to be a great hire for somebody. It's kind of hasn't been really good lately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Man, how's Utah done on the road this year? Because you're right. They've been a real fucking trap at home. I mean, they beat USC on the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, who hasn't, really?
Yeah, they lost to BYU on the road, but I don't necessarily blame them. Rivalry game at BYU. San Diego State on the road is kind of a bad loss, I think.
San Diego State, now, still ranked, though, actually. I guess the Mountain West is the only conference
that they have any respect
G5
for
that
whatsoever.
They respect, yes.
Yeah. Losing to Oregon State. All right, you know what? Give me a half point and give me Utah. 7.5?
Yeah, so you're taking -7?
Yeah, Utah -7.
Okay, we disagree. I actually think Stanford will make this a game. I mean, there's a way where I could win this and you can push. So
right.
I'll take that. I'll just take the 7.5 with Stanford.
Well, yeah.
And just kind of fucking grit my teeth and hope David Shaw can actually pull one out for once. Next up, little troop battle.
Troops.
Battle of the troops. Army, +2.5 at Air Force. Over/under is 37. This, Rob, is a principal play. When the military academies play, you have to go with the under. It doesn't matter what the number is. The number could be 12. The number could be 37. I will always take the under when the military play.
Then I shall take the over. I like the over here. It's 37.
Yeah, they're playing the exact same offense.
Yeah.
This is you fighting yourself.
Yeah. I like the over.
This is Captain America just fighting himself, and like it's a mirror.
Here's the thing, though. The one thing people don't give enough credit to for the option or whatever is you can break it off, really. You can break plays off really easily.
For sure.
Because
when you're playing Wake Forest and you put up 56 and you still lose because you give up 70 points.
When you're defending the option, everyone's at the line. There's no safeties or anything, right? Like, everyone's pretty close to the line. So if you shake loose, you're gone.
Rob, this is football. This is the modern day version of what you would have seen in 1869.
Yep.
This is as close to traveling through history as we have. Army, Air Force, Army, Navy. Always bet the under.
Yeah.
That's just
Don't both these teams play with fullbacks?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Give me Air Force and give me the over.
okay. I will strictly just go under. Again,
Under only, all right.
principal play. So next up, SMU -5 at Memphis, over under 70.5.
Ooh, I definitely like SMU to bounce back.
Do you? I will say Memphis much better at home than on the road.
Yep, 100%. Actually, I don't know if I like SMU to bounce back now that I think about it. Well, who are they, right? Who is SMU here? It was a shootout against Houston, but Houston's good. This is the type of thing is SMU, I don't think SMU got exposed or anything last weekend. Like, I know TCU stinks or whatever, but like, it was still a good win on the road at the time.
Look at that big boy number, 70.5 for the over under too.
Not fucking
Not
with
touching that.
No. Even though they would have hit that 70.5, he said.
Yep.
They would have topped it the last 2 weeks, but I don't care. Memphis is a really infuriating team. I mean, they beat up Navy. They lost to Tulsa and Temple. Yeah, I actually give me SMU. I think SMU covers. I don't like the over or the under. I mean, that could go either way, but I think SMU.
All right,
wins
I'm
the
going
game.
with Memphis.
Covers.
So yeah,
Good.
You want to make that
lots of disagreement? Yeah, let's make this our
Fight Club game of the
in
week?
honor of Cincinnati, in honor of the American getting fucked.
Yeah. Although if Memphis wins this game, it's just another feather in the cap for Mississippi State.
Oh yeah, you gotta,
Quality loss.
dude. You gotta put them even higher.
Quality loss for Mississippi State. Yeah,
Yeah.
Memphis wins this game. Mississippi State maybe cracks the top 10. Mm-hmm. Next up, Georgia Tech plus 10.5 at Miami, over under 63.5. Miami's starting to feel itself. Miami putting up points now. That De'Aaron King is the fuck out of there.
I mean, Georgia Tech sucks.
They do.
I like Miami here.
I like this Tyler Van Dyke kid.
Yeah.
He's been kind of sneaky for Miami. Beat Pitt on his arm. Honestly, yeah, like fucking Miami's going to fucking shit pump Georgia Tech. Fuck Georgia. Georgia Tech stinks.
Yeah, I think Miami rolls. And this is the type of... So Miami's already fully fucked up their season. Like, they've already crapped their pants, right?
Yeah.
So this is where they start to look competent again.
Yeah, and I think they're pretty much extending. I think Manny Diaz got the extension.
Okay.
Or there's like some talks of like keeping Manny Diaz and having some type of, not flipping through another coach every 2 or 3 years. So some stability in Miami.
So I said this, and if you didn't hear on the baseball show, college basketball starts next week. And I was saying this last year after Mizzou lost in the first round of the tournament. And it's like, dude, like, are we only ever going to be like fucking mediocre under Conzo Martin? And I was like, maybe, but at this point, like, we can't keep changing basketball coaches every 3 years.
Right.
Like, at some point, you just got to eat shit and just, like, let someone build a real program, even if it's a mediocre like, actually have a base, right? Like, actually have a fucking foundation laid, even if the foundation's not that great, because it's better than no fucking foundation. So unless you're going to bring in some John Calipari motherfucker who's going to bring you 5 stars immediately, you might as well just lay that fucking foundation, and then maybe someone else comes along or something like that. And I think Miami's not wrong for doing that, because it's the same thing with college football. You can't just keep switching fucking coaches every 3 years.
No. That's not how you get any type of winning program. That's not how you.
No.
You even get competent enough.
No.
To flirt with 500.
Right.
There is some talks. You see, Al Golden to UConn.
No.
Kind of like that hire.
Why not? Well, fuck it.
Speaking of Miami, he was just not the fit in Miami. He looks like a used car salesman.
Yeah, that's not really what
But
you need.
UConn?
Well, hold on. Jimmy Johnson looks like a used car salesman.
No. Jimmy Johnson sells brand new cars off the lot.
Okay.
Al Golden wears a short sleeve dress shirt that he has a tie with that goes into his belt.
Okay. So Jimmy Johnson's selling like a fucking Bugatti to
Corvettes.
Corvettes, yeah.
If you want to be topical.
With a R.I.P.
We'll leave it at that.
That should actually be the lady screaming.
Crime corner.
Yeah.
I didn't let it get that far.
So we're both in Miami.
Yeah.
Next up, Penn State. Welcome to the outside the top 25.
Womp womp.
-10 at Maryland, over under 55.5. Here's Franklin's kind of been in talks.
USC potentially.
LSU, USC, has he kind of reached his ceiling at Penn State?
Yeah, I love Penn State here. Maryland has gotten fucking rolled by every competent team they've played.
Yeah, I agree. Penn State, this is kind of where they flex their muscle. Like, they're not necessarily top end of the Big Ten at this point, but they're clearly above fucking Maryland.
Upper middle tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, Tulane at my Knights. I will be at this game, actually.
Homecoming.
Going to homecoming. Little home cooking for the boy. Tulane's getting 13, over-unders 59.5. Tulane, I believe last place in the American right now.
Man, after such a start to the year.
And they've given good teams kind of tough battles. It's weird. Although I think Pratt, that fucking quarterback, he's a sophomore, he's kind of been out. I don't know if he's returning this week or what. I don't know what the timetable is on his return. But yeah, they were down, 14-12 at half against Cincinnati last week. They're competent.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this is a really low over-under for, look, Tulane, not that good, but unless your defense is good, they will put up 20 points on you. Reliably. 35 on Oklahoma, I know, first game of the year.
Our defense at home's actually been really good.
Still, they put up 21 on Ole Miss on the road, 21 against UAB at home, and UAB's got a pretty good defense, 22 against Houston, 26 against SMU. And obviously, Tulane's not good, but they will still score. The only team that they didn't really score on was Cincinnati, and you don't have Cincinnati's defense.
We sure don't. No, we sure as hell don't. I'm still looking if Michael Pratt's going to be available for this game. Not, of course, maybe the college football committee had a point because there's no fucking news that actually covers this. So.
So for people who don't know, Dan likes to root against my teams because he's cruel and likes the pain of others.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to root for you to have a good homecoming.
Oh.
I think UCF covers. I do think the over hits, but I think UCF covers. Did it go up to 13.5, you said?
Oh, is it 13?
It's still at 13? No, it's still at 13. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like UCF to cover. Tulane is going to put up their 20-ish points, but you're going to put up 40.
So you're taking over in UCF?
Yeah. And I hope you have a great weekend.
What's your fucking angle here? What are you doing?
I just hope you have a fun time.
No, you don't.
I'm making these picks, so I'm down.
Giorgio, what do you think Rob's doing here?
I don't know, but it's suspicious.
I don't like it.
It's sus.
Very sus.
You want to be my child's godfather?
No.
Oh.
I don't. I truly don't.
That's too bad you named it.
Well, if you ever die, you and Courtney both die, I am the godfather, I'm dropping the kid off no matter how old he is at the firehouse.
Yeah, I just need someone with a car to send him to the firehouse.
There's a little slot too, right?
Yeah, the little microwave box type of
So if he's
situation.
13, I can just kind of dump him in there?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just push him in?
Yeah.
All right.
Fits all types.
All right, I agree then. It's on record. I'm your son's godfather now. I don't know if you discussed that with Courtney or what.
No, it's fine though.
Well, she's not even Catholic, so she doesn't.
Yeah, she didn't get a
care.
say. She's lucky. She's lucky I'm even letting the baby be Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baptized yet?
Not yet, no. We're waiting until we go out, move
So
out
we're
to
just going to be
dripping.
in purgatory this whole time.
Limbo. Unbaptized babies go to limbo.
What's the difference between limbo and purgatory?
So purgatory is a waiting room. You don't stay in purgatory forever.
Oh, and limbo is a game you play at parties.
Yes. No. Limbo, we've talked about this before. It's where the babies just float around in a vacuum. They're not in heaven or hell.
How low can you go? How low
Low, can you go?
How low can you go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limbo.
Pretty easy for, shouts to MacBook Pro. Pretty easy for a baby to get under the bar, though.
It is.
They're just crawling.
Yeah. Or if they can't even walk like mine, you just slide them.
But they're disqualified every time, so.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're any part of your body that's
His head's touching the ground. It's stupid, yeah.
For this game, I actually don't like the over, but I won't bet on that either. I'm just going to hope we shit pump them, but at the same time,
I believe in you.
I'm going to go under. I'm
Under?
going to say there's no points.
Good Lord.
It's actually it's supposed to rain.
Do you even want to have fun?
It's supposed to rain, so.
All right.
It's supposed to rain all weekend, so super excited for my trip to
That's
Orlando.
funny. I think it's going to be,
Scattered thunderstorms all about. I bet, you know what? This game probably doesn't even get played.
well, that's a push then.
Yeah. That's my expectations for this weekend.
What time's the game?
4. It's actually perfect, right? I think 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock is the perfect time slot for our game because you have just enough time to tailgate.
It is. It's only, it only maxes out at like a 50% chance of precipitation, 56. So
Only 56, yeah.
yeah. It's not too bad.
It's just not the majority. You know, it's the majority. Of
Over.
it. Okay, I'll be on the under. I won't care regardless.
Right.
As long as we win, I'll be fine. Yeah. Next up, we have Coastal Carolina minus 20 at Georgia Southern over under 60.5. Does Georgia Southern get the Clay Helton bump?
No, because they know that their current coach is like dead. So, like they're lame duck. I think Coastal rolls. This is one of those games where Coastal just like murders, and you're like, man, Coastal's pretty good, I think.
Even though they lost to App State.
At App State, that's not a bad loss.
No.
I don't think it's a bad loss at all.
I don't think it is either. It's a weird game. Coastal 20 is a weird number. It's like, can they win by 3 touchdowns? Georgia Southern still, for the time being, runs a stupid fucking triple option. I'll ride with Coastal, just because Chanticleers need to rebound.
Right.
Next up, Florida minus 18 at.
Oh, hey, welcome, Florida.
Welcome. We need to get Jake on.
Yeah,
We need to get Jake on.
we do actually. Oh, fuck, we really do.
Our co-host of Softcore History, Jacob Wheeler Goldman. Welcome to the Outside the Top 25. Florida minus 18 at South Carolina. Over under 53. South Carolina is terrible.
They're really bad.
Dan Mullen is on the hot seat because he, I guess, doesn't like to recruit during the season.
Whoops.
Likes to say, where Kirby Smart says recruiting is essential. Dan Mullen's like, we'll get to it, I guess, like after. Like, let's worry about the games now.
Let me look up the recruiting classes for next year, actually, because let's see where Florida is. Because if Florida's not in the top 15, it's bad. And if they're not in the top 10, they're pissed.
Yeah, you're the school in a top 2 recruiting state.
Yeah.
Your top dog.
Oh, my God.
Are they outside the top 30?
No, they're 22nd, which is pretty bad.
That's
for them.
terrible.
To give you some, here is just to give you some perspective on this. The top 2 schools are Georgia and Bama. One of whom they have to play every year. The other one they likely have to play if they want to win the SEC. Then, actually, those are the only 2 SEC schools in the top 10 right now for 2022. But then at 11, you have A&M. 12, you have LSU. 13, you have another school Florida plays every year in Florida State. And then at 14, you have another school that Florida plays every year in Missouri, because Drink is recruiting, unlike Dan Mullen. And then at 16, somehow, is fucking Kentucky. And then, oh my God, it's the whole SEC. Every SEC East school except for Vanderbilt is in front of Florida right now. For recruiting. I'm sorry, no, Tennessee's behind them too.
He hates it. How do you not at least have an assistant that does everything for you?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Tennessee and Vanderbilt are the only SEC East schools not ranked ahead of Florida for recruiting next year. Like even South Carolina is a spot ahead of them.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
And
you
then-
might have to get Mullen out there.
Dude, if he doesn't like to recruit, yeah, he's got to go.
Bring back Urban.
Let's just bring it full circle and do that, to be honest. That's where he should have gone.
Let's bring it back.
That's where he should have gone.
Next up.
No, we didn't.
Oh, wait.
pick-
I took Florida.
This is a tough one. I do kind of think this is a game where Florida, kicks the shit out of them. What I'm trying to decide on is the over-under. So what is it? What's the over?
53.
Yeah. So
I think Florida can score 40 points themselves. I don't know if South Carolina can score 14.
53. South Carolina would have hit that against A&M because they scored 14, and they scored on A&M, who scored 44. They hit it against Tennessee. Kentucky was a slugfest. What'd you say it was? 50 what?
53.
And they tied it. They pushed it against Georgia. All right, give me the over.
Okay. Do you want to take Florida too?
Yeah. Florida for sure.
Okay. Next up, Clemson.
Yeah. Oh man, we got all the fun teams here.
-4 at Louisville.
Give me Clemson. Clemson rolls.
I agree too. Like they're bad this year, but they're still
Right.
they're not Louisville.
Right. Louisville
They're Clemson.
sucks.
Yeah, I agree.
Over under is kind of interesting if you like unders.
What's the over under for this? I actually didn't write it down because
It's-
early in the day they did not have the over.
I'm sorry. It's
So
kind of
right
right on the line.
now-
It's 46.5.
46.5. Okay.
S&P Plus has the over hitting kind of by like 7 points. It's a pretty big disparity. I don't know how I feel about that though. I mean, Louisville's the one with the offense more so than Clemson. Like the over would have hit against Florida State, but I mean their last couple games, like they barely even.
So you're gonna touch that?
Clemson just hasn't been scoring except against Florida State. Louisville, not necessarily awful. Like they're not letting up a ton of points. You have Virginia scored a lot on them, but Virginia scores a lot. Wake scores a lot. I'm staying away from it. Just give me Clemson.
Okay. Next up, our Texas Longhorns catching 6.5 in Ames. Iowa State over under 60.5.
What a year for both of these schools.
Banner years.
I love it so much.
I hate both these schools.
They are so lame. It's at Iowa State, so I immediately give me the under. 60.5.
60.5.
Yeah, give me the under.
Taking the under.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Texas catching 6.5. I like Texas here with the points, and I think they win the money line. Give me Texas money line.
Okay. I think Texas covers too, actually. I don't know how I feel about the money line. It would be funny if this is the year they win in Iowa State.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like usually it ruins their season. But
Yeah.
It's like their season's already ruined.
Right.
Yeah.
They play much better when they don't have to be Texas.
No expectations. Yes. Did you pick a money line yet?
I haven't
You've
yet.
not.
No.
Do you see anything in these next three that make you want to?
What is you didn't put Houston's favored, right?
Yeah, -13.
Okay. Yeah. Houston rolls against UCF for sure.
USF.
USF. Sorry.
You did it again, you fucking asshole. I see you.
Yeah.
It's because you're old money elite.
Yep. Yeah. And you're new money garbage. Mm-hmm. You're never getting out of that trailer park, boy. Yeah.
Except in a casket.
Yeah. Houston kills them here. It's actually weird. S&P Plus only has it at a 14-point win. It feels like this is like a 20.
Over under is 53.
Yeah.
USF hasn't been great about scoring. 13. Yeah, that I agree. We're both on Houston. Next up, a game that they actually considered having a game day at,
Oh, that'd be fun.
or at least they were trying to
yeah.
at least campaign for it to happen. UTSA, our Roadrunners, you're welcome. You're back in the not top 25, despite not losing a single game. I feel bad.
Welcome back.
I feel bad for all our hitters in San Antonio right now. This is the team of the country, the team of the nation. This is who everybody gets kind of behind as like universally. Like nobody hates UTSA.
No one. How could
Meep,
you?
Meep.
First off, they have a great mascot, an A-plus mascot.
They just signed their coach to a 10-year extension. Just a feel-good story all around, except for not being ranked. UTEP. Weirdly, they're not very good, but the record says otherwise.
Right.
I believe they only have one loss right now.
What, to Florida Atlantic?
Oh, wait, no, they just lost to Florida Atlantic. Never mind.
Yeah, they lost to Boise.
Two
They got
loss.
killed
Two
by
loss.
Boise.
Yeah. Two loss UTEP.
Okay.
6-2. Maybe that's why they didn't go, because they lost to Florida Atlantic. Willie Taggart and the crew. I love UTSA here.
With 11 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rivalry game, though.
Yeah,
So throw the record books out.
I don't want to bet against UTSA. Like, I like UT. I think UTSA wins. I don't have any reason to doubt them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And our final game on the docket, USC getting 8.5 in Tempe.
This doesn't make sense. Give me USC.
Money line?
Just definitely the points. Give me the over, too. 59. It's this over's under 60. That's kind of nuts to me.
It's 59 or 60.
It's 59, so I'm saying it's under 60.
Okay.
So I like the over. I like USC to cover. Let me look at USC.
I like the under.
Okay.
So we'll disagree there. Were there any games that we already discussed that you like the money line for? You're on Boston College plus the 3. Do you want to make that a money line pick?
Who are they playing? Virginia Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just going to be BC money line again. They just can't keep losing. Like, they got to win a game.
Yeah, I agree. What is your just kind of rando pick of the week?
A rando?
If you want to just kind of go through the some games right now. I mean, you got Nevada, San Jose State.
I don't like those games. Those are your games. I don't like those games.
You don't like those games?
No, I have no.
10 points. Nevada's laying 10. Over-under 54.5.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't. That doesn't interest me at all. I'll tell you what I like.
How about this too, right? If you like a unranked team to beat
A ranked
a
team?
ranked team,
Oh, well, now I got to look at that.
or not necessarily beat it, but cover.
Yeah.
We can allow that
Let me look at the lines.
because there's so many just ranked teams playing unranked teams this week.
Yeah, let me look at those. I haven't looked at those lines in a minute. This week, I feel like was kind of devoid of a lot of fun games.
Boise Fresno should be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Ooh, Tennessee Kentucky right now is a pick 'em. That's bizarre.
Okay, I have one, kind of. UNC is favored against Wake Forest.
What? So you're gonna take Wake?
Yeah. UNC's minus 2.5 against Wake Forest.
Well, that's not the rules. You can't pick the ranked team.
I'm not. Well, yeah, I'm just saying I'm not taking it for that
Okay.
specific purpose. That's wild to me. Oh shit.
Our producer's getting up. He's leaving.
We have a red flag game with a top 5 team.
What's that?
Michigan State
Purdue?
at Purdue.
You want to take the Boilermakers?
Give me the fucking Purdue Boilermakers to upset Michigan State at home.
Money line?
So Michigan State's a 3-point favorite.
Okay, so you're just going to take the points or the money line. Do you want the Purdue to be your money line over Boston College? Or I guess it could be whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, just give me Purdue points.
We're making things up as we go. So Purdue.
But I do
plus
think
3.
Purdue wins this game, kind of.
I could see that. Like Michigan State coming off one of their biggest wins in recent memory, just blowing it to Purdue because that's what Purdue does.
Yep, that's what fucking happens. Also, dude, there's a couple interesting where the unranked team is favored. Mississippi State is a 5-point dog at Arkansas.
Huh. Okay. Right now, I'm just kind of
Oh my god,
contemplating some things.
dude! Tennessee is even money at Kentucky.
I just said that, yeah. So it's a pick 'em.
That is insane.
California's laying 12 against Arizona. Hate that game. East Carolina's laying 15.5 at home against Temple.
Oh, I have a Dan special here
a lot of
at the
points.
bottom.
What's that?
San Diego State, only 7.5-point favorite against Hawaii at Hawaii.
They're ranked though. San Diego State. I know the rule. So the
So
rule
that's what
would be
I'm saying
I'd have to pick Hawaii
Right.
on the island,
Yeah. Which you like usually.
typically. In Hawaii, they run the ball more than you think though.
Yeah.
Under Todd Graham. And San Diego State, like they're pretty physical. They could smash them. I hate that game. San Jose State, Nevada, 54.5. San Jose State can't score.
Okay.
They could win this game, but they can't score. So I'm gonna go under 54.5. Nevada, San Diego State, or San Jose State.
All right.
Nevada under, what was the number again? 54.5.
I believe so.
Okay, so we'll do that as my rando game of the week. Obviously, our Fight Club game of the week is Memphis and SMU. You're on SMU, I'm on Memphis.
Pony up. I forget what they did.
One of the two. Who
They're
knows?
this one. No,
Who could
because
possibly say?
TCU, their rival, is this, and then SMU is this. I used
Either
to-
way,
I used to make fun of the SMU kids I was friends with. I was like, "What are you, like Cobras?" This is like,
it's late on a Wednesday. We've hit our hour mark. I'm ready to get the fuck out of
let's
here.
fucking go.
So, yeah,
I'm gonna be in the lead this time next week, just so you know.
we'll see.
You're gonna be furious, and it's gonna be rad.
Till next week, this has been the Outside the Top 25. Hopefully, we don't see your school in the show.
But we probably will.